Let's see if we're going to get some shield bans coming out of Weibo in the second half. We see the double denial ban. Is it going to be the bandit? Yes, it is.
Aggression, C4s out windows. We're used to all that kind of stuff. I think they can take it a little bit more slow and controlled here. Now in they go, but look who gets first blood, Tim. It's two players on the side of All Gamers. Yaz and Moonlight starting out strong.
Not going to provide maybe too much value in this first round at least.
They look a bit lost here so far, Weibo. Like now they've lost those two entries.
They don't play led, as
yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that, but you think they could be able to pull something together. Reach finding one. Moonlight is absolutely deleting them, Tim, on the vigil. 3 in round 1. Turd's rotating himself over to come and join where his teammates once stood, of course, now deceased. I can't imagine he'll find himself too much joy trying to step in through windows here. Moonlight fancying himself a quad to get his team started here at the tournament and will be granted it. You said you wanted to watch him, Tim. Pretty much all of them gathering around Warehouse now, out towards that east side, as you can see, with Hoven looking in for a bit of a backstab.
They've got the smoke out on blue stairs, as we would expect, and I think he's going to come under some pressure from the Dockerbee in the minute. But how about this? They're walking on into site. Ape, unfortunately, with a team kill, but it's not going to matter as he manages to continue finding kills. Railgun, the latest one to go down. The plant is going to be activated as well, and we find ourselves now 1 versus 3. It's the hero from round 1 that's going to need to go big. It's Moonlight. What a beautiful shot. Absolutely slams Ape, but can do no more. Turd is there for the finish, and that's going to be really helping to kind of inject some of this international siege thinking into the lineup. Turd manages to go in and get a kill onto Moonlight, taking down the until All Gamers start to feel the squeeze up on this top floor that's likely to come when Speakeasy can aggress forward into our 6th room. Ooh. But he's going to be taken down. Railgun manages to find him, and Solo mid doubles down, finding one of his own, taking Ape down, and in the blink of an eye, it goes from a 4 versus 5 to a 4 versus 3 switcheroo for All Gamers.
They're looking really stuck here, Weibo. Oh, that's so lucky for Solo mid, landing a wonderful shot back. At least Hoven elsewhere gets one more, but it's down to a 2 versus 2 as Hoven doubles up, starts to save his team. What a fantastic shot from Hoven onto Solo mid. A 3K in the round, and MC, the player that I said was alone on site, has got it all to do.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to hold on from here. He's got about 8 seconds left to go. Ooh. Finds the first, but it's just well played by Weibo. A little 3-2-1 between. And the bans will come in. Blackbeard and mid.
Now the Shumikers raining down, fire burning on through, C4 still to play behind, plenty of smokes, and a couple of Kivas to replace when things do start being taken away. But we've got 60 seconds to work with here, Tim. It's a lot of time, and Turd is on a tear. Finds 2, a 5v2 breaking out, and this should be an easy plant going down.
Yep, smoke canister goes down to cover that, so the Monty is nice and safe inside. That will be secure. Jazz does manage to find one, but the damage was done by Turd long ago after he managed to get the kill onto the Azami, onto the Tachanka particularly, and the smoke as well. Just really took away all of that plant denial and gave them the opportunity to be in the post plant here. Weibo have been able to sort of reset themselves, get back into position. MC manages to find one onto Reaps, but he is now faced with a Monty. He'll have to try and battle the shield. He's going to be taken down by Hoven, who
feels like Weibo have got answers to all the questions that All Gamers are asking them at this point. But are we going to see them be able to execute in time, at least to start things out? No. Reach the first fall, and they phone call that was in back pocket.
Yeah, great stuff from Moonlight again. He's done this at times really well for his team, but the trade will be there, and it is once again Hoven. I've said a few times today that he just has that ability to back his team up beautifully, and does it again. Turd manages to find Solo mid. Trade is straight back there from Yaz. Hoven with the counter trade manages to take him, and again it's Hoven doing that work, putting in the hard yards and keeping his team in a man advantage. 3 versus 2. Railgun and MC have it all to do. Only 3 kills between them in the first 4 rounds. They're going to have to find another 3 and double that tally if they want to win the round.
We've really got to see Railgun getting involved here as well. If your drones have been chewed out, then let's get yourself into a better position to support your teammate. But no, the trade was there onto MC, and Railgun falls shortly after. Unfortunate, as it did come down to a pretty close 2v2 to
welcome on. See, Hoven is going to make the move just in time, misses his man with a bit of a panic knife, and Moonlight flips around and gets the kill. First mistake we've seen Hoven make. Reaps does manage to get the trade. 4 versus 4. that will now be advantage to Weibo. 3 versus 3. This is turning into absolute bloodbath, Des.
Ain't it just? They were ready for everything. They were expecting them all to drop back down towards site, but no, they've held firm upstairs. The danger being, of course, they lost Railgun quite early in that, and I thought that's a great time to hit the brakes a little bit and go for a plant, because there was then very little the other side could do. But with all three still sat in this deadly triangle upstairs, it looks to be an all. They're going to start things off by taking away the Bandit from the other side.
As the next lot come in, Bandit will likely be joined by Kaid. So again, I'm going to...
Hoven needs to be removed. He's the second player that's now downstairs by himself, or was. Turd has now joined in.
Yep, Turd's going to head up the blue stairs. Solo mid does manage to find Hoven, and there's going to be a serious reliance on that vertical hold now. Reaps managing to...
Well, then this is why you have a Thatcher on side. Look, he's been disabled, so now he can't stop the smokes. He can't see through them. They've having to drop and try and go aggressive instead. And sure enough, MC is dealt with by Reaps, looking for a second, but no. Solo mid spins on a dime, gets rid of Speakeasy, dying a few seconds here as that plant is going down. 2 kills going the way of all gamers, and Turd's got to do it all by himself. Gets the down that he needs, and Turd saves it for Weibo with 2 massive kills. All game they wanted to do, they need to make him move and stop him from being in a default spot to be able to deny the plant. Now going in behind Candelas and Smokes, they're in a position to look for a plant. Is it now going down? Yes, it is. Moonlight finally gets caught on his backside and finished off. Railgun should be able to finish this one, and Aggress comes forward from Hoffman, gets rid of one, looking for a second, but no, also shut down. They've managed to make it work, Tim. We're down to a 2v2.
This is absolutely anybody's at the minute. Turd and Speakeasy looking to find those kills, but it's going to be MC managing to pick up the first, and he does the real damage, taking the Ella off the board. It's all up to that big LM. He's churning out those bullets, but none will find the target as Yaz manages to put the shotgun to work.
And that slowed him down for a good 30 seconds or so. And again, you're into more of the same. That is such unfortunate timing. Smoke. Well, there's a free kill coming out from Yaz, who nets a second there, reached the fall as well. Solo operator and deleted 2 players by himself.
Yeah, great play from Yaz, and it's on the back of that Demos round that he had. Out. He's done some important with the Dockerby. He's going to be back to Moonlight as well, who manages to find Ape trade from Turd, but 4 versus 2.
Well, when while the phone call's coming your way, while there's tracks that can come out, they get at least 1 back. That's too bad. The shield really, that can't be happening, Tim. Not when you're in a 4 versus 2. That's a bit of a slip. A railgun. As I said, MC has got the tracks available. They can at least isolate 1 player here. They've got to play each other here, Hobbit and Turd do.
At the minute, it's all coming. Filtration is the pressure from all gamers, and that is going to allow an opportunity for Weibo to up to that and know that that is the direction. They're actually trying to play the case at the minute. Solo mid is up above, looking for support, but not able to do too much work yet. Great peek around the corner. Taken out, but Turd is there for the 1 versus 1. We have to back him every day of the week, given Yaz's HP is so low on the Dorkabit. We have a little ring around the roses. They know where each other is. It's going to be Turd with another essential clutch for his team to put them on.
To lose 3 times to actually be sent home. Still plenty of chip damage onto Moonlight, but not enough to see him finished off. And that is the phone call, Tim. They're running out of options here. They're going to have to their way through. That is one way to make it happen. His second game and removing the top fragger on the other side.
Going to see the flashes going. Seconds left to go. There's going to be a go time called here for all gamers as they need to push in. Railgun manages to get 1. Go time is called, and Macy manages another. Reap takes 1. Still holding on here, Weibo, but you feel like it could be too little too late. In the round, the plant is going down. Railgun's going to secure it. There's 1 now. Reaps on the back. Quality player through and through, we know. Takes the reload now. 1 versus 4. 1 versus 3. But he's against the clock there.
And he's got a track on him as well. Oh, it's horrible at the end of the rounds when there's still a track. Railgun getting 3 in the round after only having 1 game.
Got that first kill. They're happy to continue with what the plan is. Like, yep, we've got that. We can now start pressuring further. And I love it from them. We're going to see the book dealt with, though. Happy managing to find
someone downstairs when you can kill her from above, Tim. It's all too easy, but look who it is. Again, it's Railgun again, Tim. He can't be stopped. Ape now to 4-5 kills in 2 rounds. And they've got the man advantage, Tim. And, of course, have a shield to bear down on the other side. No calls left, admittedly, from the Dakabi, though. They're going to have to get it all done here with just their guns.
So there's 3 of them at the minute for All Gamers off on the R6 room side, but Yaz is just holding a really dangerous line of sight all the way through from mezzanine, and they need to be aware of that, and Weibo now do turn their attention to it. Turd is aware. Hoven manages to find solo mid, and I feel like All Gamers are starting to stumble a little bit. They try to push into side. Turd manages to take down Yaz. That was the backstab. That was the one that was going to win them the round, but it didn't work out. Weibo stood tall. They got the job done. They went back to the top floor. They knew what they could deliver, and they get them themselves.